Okay, so I don't do this often. I don't do it at all. But I need to rant. I'm sorry. Okay, so my dad picked me up from work, right? We're sitting in the car, and I go over his house for a little bit. Everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's dandy. And then he goes to take me home, and things get off. And so I'm sitting there in the car with him, and we're talking, and somehow we got on the topic of gender and sexuality and stuff like that. Very touchy subject, but I mean, hey, I don't mind talking about it if brought up to me. I never initiate the conversation. So I bring up my pansexuality, and he goes, "It's not real." Excuse me? What? How is it not real? It's like it's just a label that people use because they're confused and they want to make themselves more comfortable. Excuse me? No, it's just a label. I mean, you can be straight, you can be gay, you can be bi. Excuse me? There's so much more than just those. I don't think he understands it. And I was like, okay, maybe he just doesn't understand. And I've explained to him what it was before, explained to him again, but I really dumbed it down for him. Really dumbed it down. Really dumbed it down. Okay. So, after I dumbed it down, here, stop it. After I dumbed it down, he was like, he brought up, because I mentioned transgender. He's like, transgenders aren't real. Excuse me? I'm pretty sure they're real. I mean, of course I didn't say this, but my best friends are transgender. My dearest friend, I hold him dear to my heart. He's one of the lights of my life, and he's transgender. This boy that drives me crazy. My head, I'm always on him all the time. He's transgender. My son, my loving son, he's transgender too. They're real. I know so many. They're so sweet. They're literally normal people like the rest of us. And as my dad says, they're not real. He says that if you identify as another gender besides what you have, you're messed up in the head. That something's wrong with you. I do not vouch for his opinions. I think that's totally wrong. I do not think anything's wrong with you. You're perfect the way you are. And if that means that you're born in the wrong body, okay? I still love you, and I love everybody, but he's like, transgender people are not real. And it broke my heart. He's like, if you identify as the opposite gender or as no gender, something's wrong with you. And something mentally you're broken, and you need to be fixed. It sounds like something out of a bad movie. And I'm sitting there in shock, and I'm just trying to hold in my anger. And it's just, I'm sorry, but it's true. It's like comparing a car to a truck. They're the same thing, but they're not. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. How does that make any sense to you? So I get home, and I ponder it for a little bit. That's when I start to think. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, you say people who... Wait a minute. Because I identify they, them, he, him pronouns. So, but I'm not trans. I will admit I'm not trans. I'm non-binary. But you said that... Does that make me messed up in the head? Does that make me mean something I'm broken? Or if I came out and told him, does that mean that, oh, I'm just a special case because I'm his sweet baby angel? No, that's wrong. That's so wrong. There's nothing wrong with people who are transgender. They're real, and they deserve to be recognized. He said that they just make this up so they can get more attention and make a bigger deal as it is. And then he goes on that rant, and I'm just sitting there like, what are you talking about? That's not true at all. Most transgender people that I know, this isn't for everybody, that I know are scared to come out because of reactions of other people. Other transgender people I know are all for it. They're like, yeah, man, I'm gonna come out. Everybody respect my pronouns, do this. And I'm like, yeah, man, power to you. And the people who don't want to come out yet because they're afraid, I'm like, okay, I'll be there for you whenever you need me. But to say they're not real? Really? That's, to me, who's, I guess, I've been exposed to this for a while, even though I'm not exactly older, but I know I'm younger, but I've been exposed to these kind of people. And I love them dearly, but to say they're not real is like saying to me that a puppy's a type of car. Like, it's just not right. It just doesn't make sense. Because they're real. They're real, beautiful people. They really are. And I just don't get why someone would say that. I mean, I can't say these things to his face because he's my dad, but it breaks my heart, you know? So I got kind of in a low feeling because of it, because since I identify as the opposite gender, or no gender, it made me think, like, does he think there's something wrong with me? Stop it. I'm gonna cut you all off. Does he think there's something wrong with me? Does he think that, something's not right in my head? And then it just, I'm sorry, it just messed with me. I'm really upset about it. This was stupid, I'm sorry, but this is why I hate having these conversations with people. Because I always get the same thing from my family. Oh, they're not real. Oh, they're not this. Oh, they're not that. And I'm like, come and meet my friends. Let them tell you the truth. Please. And oh my god, I'm actually crying. Sorry. I had to rant.